Okay, for some weird reason my video cut off, so we're gonna have to do two parts to this. So as I was saying, Strasmore kind of screwed himself by starting Julio Jones, who clearly wasn't going to be playing this week. He could have started Landry instead, gotten himself like almost 30 extra points. Granted, it still would have been enough to make up the difference, but it's not a good look, and maybe he would have made some other lineup changes, if he was fully paying attention or fully being invested there. So you never know what could happen. Point is, Feel Good gets another victory. Strasmore is officially eliminated from the playoff contention there through his loss. So big there. We also next up have Trash Panda versus Woke Bison. Panda wins that 149.63 to 95.47. Bison was talking a lot of shit going into this week, saying how Panda was next on his hit list there, and he came up short big time. Bison didn't even crack 100. Well, Panda just shit right all over him. And yeah, for once he actually had the upside he needed to win. So Panda took care of business there. Unfortunately, due to King Turd of Shit Mountain, as he's now known, beating my ball Zach Ertz 130.9 to 102.97, Panda is officially eliminated from the playoffs. Bison and Bald Zach Ertz were already eliminated. So King Turd, with his victory this week, officially clinches the Bidenville division title and will be moving on to the playoffs. He will automatically be the number 3 seed. We'll get into that later. Next, we have Foosball against Nailbender, and you got to admit this was a shocker. Nailbender ends up taking it 141.27 to 106.67. I don't know what the hell is going on with Foosball's team lately, but it is shitting the bed continually. I mean, he led that division in Libertarian Shanty like all freaking season, and now he's losing his grasp on it right at the last minute because his team just decides to not show up week in and week out now. I mean, he's gotten a little lucky with his matchups lately, but this week, no luck there. He got shit on. This is not a good time for Foosball's team to be really tanking on him. He needs to figure out what's going on, make some adjustments, and hope that his team comes back alive in the playoffs, because at this rate, he's going to be playing in the wild card. Next, we have, and lastly, we got Beans and Franks versus Blue Team. Sorry, Gay Duo, my bad. Gay Duo wins that one 178.42 to 139.13. This was another bit of a shocker. Beans and Franks, I think he had like 4 or 5 guys going over Thanksgiving Day, and his guys combined for over 100 points that day. I mean, looking at that, I think most people in the league probably thinking, yeah, Beans and Franks is going to beat Blue Team. It's going to be a crazy upset. And, Foosball might have a chance at sealing that division. But Gay Duo's team just exploded, scored a shit ton of points. Mainly on the back of Tyreek Hill's crazy, like, near 60-point game. But, it is what it is. But, Beans and Franks, he needs to be showing up there. Because he started 2 COVID-positive players who obviously weren't going to play. James Conner, Mark Andrews, they both tested positive for the virus. They clearly weren't going to play yesterday in the game against the Steelers, or Steelers-Ravens game. And he started them anyway. It's very obvious that Beans is checked out of the league. And while he may not have been able to pick up people on the waiver wire to completely make up that point differential, he maybe could have. We don't know. We don't know who he would have chosen. Point of the matter is, Beans and Franks dropped the ball there like a dumbass, and he basically gave Blue Team the chance to get back in that game and win it, which he did. And because of Foosball's loss, Blue Team now leapfrogs him in that division. And if Blue Team wins this week, or Foosball loses in this upcoming week, Blue Team's going to take the division title. And can't help but say it, Beans and Franks did not help in that regard. His laziness in setting his lineup really fucked up the standings in Libertarian Shanty and the playoff seeding. So nice fucking work there, Beans. Granted, I can make the same argument about Spencer Strasmore with Julio, but at least with Julio, it's not as big of a. It's one player versus two, and one injury versus two obvious COVID players. Like, come on. Not to mention, you had like 100-some plus lead. You damn well shouldn't have been checking out like that. But whatever. You're both pissing me off. Put it that way. Whatever. God damn it. So in the upcoming week, all 6 playoff spots have been grabbed at this point. So the last week of the regular season is really just going to be about determining seeding at this point. We have myself versus Dr. Feelgood. That'll determine the division title. The winner will get a bye week, and the loser will probably end up being the number 4 or 5 seed. We'll get into that more. You have Strasmore against Jenner. Strasmore's already been eliminated because he lost last week. If he hadn't, then he'd be playing for a chance to get in, but that's gone. So Jenner pretty much gets the week off. I mean, he's making the playoffs no matter what at this point. Whether he wins or loses really makes no difference in the seeding or anything like that for the most part, barring some crazy circumstances. So he gets to relax and just hope his guys don't get hurt. Trash Panda plays my Balzacker. It's a meaningless game in terms of playoff potential since they're both out of it. But I'm sure Panda wants to win that one to make up for the fact that Earth screwed him by losing to King Turret of Shit Mountain last week. So there's going to probably be some hard feelings there. And of course, we do have King Turret of Shit Mountain versus Woke Bison. Shit Mountain's already made the playoffs. He's going to be the number 3 seed. Woke Bison's out of it, but Woke Bison has done an amazing job. Shout out to you, Woke Bison, for not giving up. You keep plugging and churning and making moves and setting your lineups. And, even after being eliminated, you've, won a few games, playing spoiler, fucking love it. More teams need to do what you're doing. Keep it up. And I also absolutely have to love the fact that King Turret of Shit Mountain changed his name to King Turret of Shit Mountain. It was kind of an homage to the fact that Trash Panda was just laying into him about, how his team just isn't nearly good as Panda's. So, nice troll there. Good fucking job. Keep it up. We also have Foosball as the devil against Beans and Franks. Obviously, Foosball is going to be the favorite there. We'll have to see if Beans actually takes the time to fix his lineup this week and try and be competitive, which I guess if he does, Foosball's going to be a little pissed off about that, I'm sure, but that's the way it goes. Foosball's absolutely going to have to win that game because if he loses the division. He's not going to take the division. He's not going to get the the playoff bye weeks. That's huge. They got Nailbender versus Gay Duo. Gay Duo, obvious favorites there. If Gay Duo wins, they get the bye week. If they lose and Foosball wins, then yeah. So pretty clear, pretty obvious there. So upcoming playoffs. 2 announcements. One, I'll give you an idea of what the seating is going to be looking like, and 2, a little fun thing going on for the consolation brackets here. So what we have going on is a little competition. The winner of each bracket, both the championship bracket as well as the consolation bracket we're doing, whoever wins it next year gets to name that bracket whatever they want. I don't care how offensive it is. I don't care what it discusses. Nothing is off limits. You get to name it whatever you want. It can be a personal boast about yourself or your own team, or it can just be about shitting on someone else's team that you really don't like, one of your big rivals, whatever you want. All right. You just let me know a couple weeks. I'll reach out to you a couple weeks before the playoffs start the following year and kind of get an idea of what you want to name it, and we'll just go with that. I don't care what it is. Roll with it. So there's your consolation prize if you win it. So if Balzac takes the championship, you can call the consolation bracket the "fuck you Panda" bracket next year. I don't care. Roll with it. Boom. As far as playoff seeding goes, obviously the number 1 and 2 seeds will get a bye week during the first week of the playoffs. You're going to have matchups of the 3 and 6 seed versus the 4 and 5. The winner of the 4 and 5 will go on to play the number 1 seed. The winner of the 3 and 6 will go on to play the number 2 seed. So right now we know for a fact that Beers will be the number 3 seed. It's highly likely that Jenner will be the number 6 seed, barring some crazy shenanigans in this final week. So you're probably going to be looking at a shit mountain or turd mountain Jenner matchup in the first week of the wild card playoffs. Then you're basically going to have the non-division winners of the Libertarian Shanty and Trump Town going up against each other, whether that ends up being Gay Duo um, and Foosball or Feel Good or myself. One of those two from there is going to go on, and yeah. So yeah, it's going to be some crazy matchups, a lot on stake for this last game. And obviously, this is the last time I'm going to be doing this. I know Panda will be covering next week, and then I assume we probably won't be doing these for the playoffs. So, for all it's worth, great job, everyone, this season, except for the ones that I yelled out earlier. You can go fuck it. I don't know what. Just go with it. And for those wondering, Starbucks double shot vanilla. Very delicious. You should try it sometime. Great pick me up at around 4 p.m. when you don't want to do any work. Alright, that's all. I will be shit talking plenty on my way to a fantasy championship this season. I hope the rest of you enjoy trying to play for second, except for foosball feel good. Y'all are probably going to be facing me in the second round, one of you, or possibly the first. I don't know. Either way, your asses are going to lose, and you're not getting to the championship. Gay Duo, I'm probably going to see you in the championship because I don't think Turd Mountain has the ability to beat you, and Jenner's kind of up and down there. So, look forward to the pounding I'm going to lay down on you with my classic comeback name of Elijah Top Travis Bottom, which is coming back for the finals if you make it that far. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Good luck this week, and keep talking trash, stay active, and let Panda or myself know if you have any suggestions for next season on improvements or anything else. Otherwise, peace out, guys. Bye.